Welcome, Jean. Please tell us how you found the path to soul freedom.
Welcome, Pam. I'm glad to be here. Well, it's a really beautiful story to me because I've been on a spiritual journey most of my life when I was growing up. Um, I was familiar with some of the masters, the ascended masters, not all of them. Um, I believe every time now and then when I usually share spiritual things on Facebook, I would see some posts about Ascended Master Moria, which I would share. And I believe one in particular I shared, then something happened, which I did not remember what happened until I joined the teaching, the Keepers of the Flame, in 2023. So I became a member of the of Keepers of the Flame in 2023, and that's when I was watching. Uh, it's a series by the Marcus brother, and I said, "Man, I've seen them somewhere." And I realized that the experience I had maybe 2000 end of 2020. It was the fact that I was taken to a retreat, and that's where I saw them. And the- there are no other ways um, to me um, to validate the teaching because it was that something I was thinking about, and I even forgot about it. So basically, that's how I joined and I became a Keepers of the Flame, and I started to study since April 2023.
Great. And maybe the world might not know what you mean by two things, keeper of the flame and retreat. Do you want to just let them know?
Yes, so basically, Keepers of the Flame is a part of the teachings, um, sponsored by the Ascended Masters, of which one of them would be Master Ascended Master of Moria, and and it's also under the commandment of Saint Germain, who is the Knight Commander. We would call him the Knight Commander. So basically, you learn a lot about how we're supposed to go about life, how to deal with um, different daily initiations, um, because we have daily karmas, we have to work on. And so basically, in some aspect, it's like bringing heaven on earth while we doing what's positive in the sense of uh, good thoughts, good words, good deeds to stay in alignment with the teaching of the ascended master.
So thank you. She said,
And the
how,
retreat, I'm sorry, I forgot to answer that part. When it comes to this retreat of the ascended masters, uh, that would be us while we are asleep because a part of us is awake, and we would go to receive some teachings that has to do with the divine light. Um, some of them we would remember when we wake up. Some of them we would not. Even though we do not remember, but they still a part of our memory, we would find ourselves being guided, finding some inspirations that are in alignment with the will of God, and we would just have to follow them.
and thank you. Um, you mentioned going about life, like the teachings help us to go about life and overcome like past initiations and our daily karma. Do you want to give us a clue? How do you do that? How do you pass
Uh,
initiations?
so basically, um, as children of God, we supposed to behave a certain way uh, uh, as we go throughout trials and difficulties in life. We have to stay in the light. So basically, when we are being taught different lessons by the ascended masters, they want us to act a certain way, to be compassionate and to not to beat ourselves when things happen. And we know how to give daily decrees to stay in tune with the will of God. So basically, to be surrounded with the violet flame, which is a gift that has been given to the world by Ascended Master Saint Germain to eradicate not only our personal karmas, but the karma of the world, to transmute what's negative into what's positive.
It's the big gift to transmute karma. So that means we wouldn't have to go through as much pain and suffering. That's great. Um, what is karma? People might not know.
So karma basically is not necessarily something that's negative. So basically, um, based on certain actions, whether it's good or bad. So in a sense, it would be you would reap what you sow. Karma would be if by putting out good works, you would be uh, get recompensation. You be, get you would be receiving the outcome of what you're putting out. If it's good, so basically you would be rewarded in a good way. If it's bad, uh, you might have to deal with some little hiccups in life. And however, with the compassions and the grace of the ascended masters, we have ways to ask for forgiveness, to give or I am forgiveness decree, which is very helpful as we go along the way. And we understand that on the human level, we're not totally perfect as we are striving to get better every day.
And what's the goal?
The goal would be to ascend, to become, to reach our ascension in the sense of reaching the level of the ascended masters. So basically, the way we do that, we um, give our decrees and we um, bringing, like I mentioned before, heaven on earth by making it a better place. And by doing that, it's good for the whole world. And as we do all these things, as we follow the teachings of the masters that have been passed down through different traditions of life, um, in different mystery schools, and we allow ourselves to get initiated into higher teachings, and we can become ascended.
Okay, great. So you're saying if we don't do that, yeah, what happens if we don't ascend?
If we do not ascend, so we basically have to go into the cycle of life again, and some tradition would call it reincarnation. You would come back and you would be born again. Obviously, forget who you were, and you would have to go to school and learn different things. And at some point, you might find the teachings again, and for you to um, put in the work in order to maybe someday ascend. And some of the students of the masters, some of the disciples of the masters, they chose to become what would be called bodhisattvas. So they chose to remain on the earth just to basically contribute as they helping others to find the light, which is a a great sacrifice in a way, but it's the will of the masters.
That's beautiful. Um, we mentioned decrees. What's a decree?
So the decrees would be one of the decrees which has been given by Ascended Master Saint Germain would be, I am the violet flame. Uh, I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. So this is just an example of a decree. Uh, for lack of better words, I just demonstrated that.
Thank you. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. And is there anything else that you would want people to know?
I would say that for people to open their mind and hearts, and the teachings are real, and it takes courage to um, stay on the path of the ascended masters because um, it's a different lifestyle, and and it's really um, necessary for us to do that. And we have our free will. Some people might see it differently, but once you um, fortunate enough to get some insights in the sense of some experiences that draw you close to them, you'll be able to understand exactly how beautiful the teachings are, and it's for the whole world, wherever you may be in the world. It doesn't matter, your background. We all, children's or of God, and we're here to learn and to pass our initiations to bring heaven on earth and to ascend one day.
Thank you very, very much. Well, God bless you and thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Have a wonderful one.